Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's the Wanna Be Trader Man, and I'm back. I'm back with the first trade of the new era in my channel. Not the first trade of the year, but first trade of a new era, new chapter. Um, I'd like to get into the breakdown of NAS100. Um, bro, my analysis was like 5 minutes. I merely took it just because, honestly. Um, but it ended up working in my favor. So, with that being said, I'm counting it. And even if I lost, I would have had to count it regardless. But yeah, it's the first trade. Basically, my thought process. I'm gonna try to make this video short, sweet. Hopefully, I don't have to edit. It can just go right up. But don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, man. Turn on, bro. Hit the bell for the turn on. Oh my, hit the bell to turn on post notifications. Much appreciated. Anyways, I'm gonna try to make this video short. So let's just get right into it. I have my very first official trade of NAS100. Um, my trading criteria has never changed. The only thing that's changed, I think, is like my percent growth per day. Not, but how much I risk, my ratio, etc. Those have never changed. So typically, when I trade, I aim for a 1 to 3 ratio or greater, 10 pip stop loss or less, and that is trading GU. With NAS and indices, etc. With NAS and indices in that matter, in that form and matter, those are a bit different. As you can see, 24 pips. However, each or 240 points. Each point is a cent essentially for a micro lot. So yeah, um, basically what I have here is a trade on NAS100 for you. This is my first official trade. I've traded a little bit, but that was just to see if I can place a trade with the account size that I have. I'm also growing a small account. My overall goal for it is exponential growth, but it's also just like my forever account. You get what I'm saying? Like, yeah, because I was watching a video on Q. Q said, I think it was a reel. He said you just gotta, like, I wanted to scale this account to a certain number and then withdraw and then become like a full time forever day trader. But he said you gotta enjoy the fruits of your labor. So, and plus I think it's good too because, like, why are you continuously trading if you just put yourself at risk for, not for one, not enjoying your hard work, but also two, risk is like, say one day you have a really bad trade, you've been on a hot streak, and then you decide like fuck it, and then you have a really bad day, and now all your hard work is gone when you've been working so hard. So yeah, this is just it's an exponential growth account. This is like a genuine, like, this account I'm gonna keep for a while. Also, if you want the link to my broker, it will be in the description down below. um but yeah, so with that being said, I think we just go ahead and start, man. Basically, I woke up this morning. I try and trade the New York Open to about 9, 10 a.m. Um, Yesterday, I was on it. I didn't trade, but I was on it. Well, I did trade, but I broke even because of the FOMC and then Powell's speech. Um, I broke even, so I didn't count anything. Plus, it wasn't the first. It was honestly just to see like what happened. So, and lately, earlier last year, I became extremely disciplined. I was going to bed. I was waking up when I needed to, on the charts when I needed to be, when I told myself I needed to be on the charts. Um, Been pretty rough about that this year. I don't know. It could be because the season's well or something. I don't know. Like, it's sunny out, but we're in the winter. Colorado's just weird like that, I guess. So yeah. Um, well, I woke up, realized like I missed the GU Open, but I also, this time last year, I was trading at 9, 10 a.m. So, like, I thought to myself, well, fuck it. I mean, why not? Because, like, this was my original, let me show you. This is my original trade plan. It was literally, like, I marked this zone yesterday or the day before. It was literally hit this zone, come out. This is on the 5 minute time frame. It was like, you see how many, like, look at this. Beautiful. And this fit perfectly with my God. I should have took that trade this morning. Oh my goodness. Anyways, this is usually like, this fits in within my criteria, liquidity zone thing, where it's like as you can see, it comes down, right? equal lows, equal high, or equal. It comes down, either creates an equal low or rejects or breaks out in the zone of my favor. TPs, recent highs, and I like them on the higher time frames because like when it makes that loop like that, like let me see if I can mimic this loop shit. Let me see if I can mimic it. Oh, what the hell is this? Anyways, when it kind of makes a loop like that, oh, these are white. Hold on. Or these are black. Let me see. When it kind of makes a loop like that, like think of this like a loop, not so much an arrow, but or a point, just like a round. You feel me? When it kind of makes a loop like that, a lot of the times what I've noticed that it's typically just grabbing liquidity like that just to, and that's exactly what we see here, right? So I missed it. I still could have took that trade because, like, just because I missed it doesn't mean I couldn't take it because I just decided not to. I hopped right on NAS100 and took that trade instead just because I could and really for shits and giggles. But I honestly could have. It was damn near almost the same thing. So, with that being said, right? Let's see what color are these. That's white. Let's see what color are these. That's black. I need these to be white. And so I woke up this morning, saw like, oh, damn, it's pretty late. I mean, I woke up actually on time, but it was taking me a while to get out of bed. So I was like, look, let me see if I can, for shits and giggles, let me see if I can place a trade on those. And that indeed I was able to. So here what we have, right, this is literally all I did. I woke up, I was on my phone too, planning this. I woke up, saw that it was like up here, somewhere up here, and typically my strategy is like take out liquidity or whatever just to go in my favor, and that's exactly what happened. So like as you can see, we have a little bit of a support being created right here, order block down here, a little bit of an order block. Like I'm almost positive if you go to a smaller time frame, it's an order. Yeah, see, so smaller time frame, order block, order block, and then what? Hold on, let me step by step. So I saw that I don't even think I looked at the 1 hour to see that it created an equal low. I think I just was on the 15 and 5 minute. So what I saw was that you had a little bit of support right here. I didn't even have that all the way over there. I was like, oh, we have a little bit of a support right here. What worried me though is that it was making like kind of like a cup and handle. What also convinced me not to worry too much is where we closed at the previous high, simply because we closed above this like little consolidation zone right here. We closed above the last high in that consolidation, which also kind of made me feel a little better. So I saw that we had a little bit of like a liquidity zone, like low kind of thing right here. And then I also saw that we were down here, right? So I'm on the charts. As soon as I go to open up my computer, we're coming down here, right? So I immediately just placed my trade. I was on the computer maybe like 5-10 minutes before I, like, usually I give myself an hour to be on the charts before placing a trade. 30 minutes to an hour. That way, I'm calm, I'm confident, etc. No, I looked at the chart for like 10 minutes and was like, fuck it. So yeah, we were down here. My entry was up here. Hold on, just so you guys can see. My entry was up here. I placed 3 positions, micro lots, just because they move fast. I don't have much capital, so I can't even place a big position if I wanted to. And yeah, and I just let the rest play out. We closed above this order block thing of the previous high, so it came down. I mean, it did retest, but this candlestick, this large bearish engulfing candlestick was already created. So I was like, fuck it, like it closed solid, rejecting, like that looks perfect to my criteria. Plus, we also have to fill liquidity. We also have to fill orders and liquidity up here. So like, why not, right? However, I didn't target up there. Why? I don't know. Like I said, I planned this within 5 minutes. My goal was recent high. That was my TP, was recent high. And as you can see, it was smashed. It took like 30 minutes. So yeah, then we come down to the 5 minute time frame. What are we at? 9 minutes 42 seconds. So we come down to the 5 minute time frame, right? I see this little build up. What also made me feel better is that a lot of the times when you see a pattern like this, like the little like you see like a little rising channel pattern, a lot of the times you get a breakout towards, like if it's a rising channel, a lot of times you get a breakout towards the upside. So remembering that, I was like, okay, we're not in too bad of a position. We did fluctuate in the red a little bit, but my stop loss was never hit. I don't know. Sway markets, I don't know. My brokerage is weird like that. So yeah, a lot of, so I entered like right about this green candle right here, or this red one, and we fluctuated in the red a little bit, but it ended up going in my favor. I didn't like this right here though. We rejected twice. So I was like, "Ooh, I should probably pull out," especially because I just placed this trade and wasn't too confident. My analysis took me like 10 minutes. I take what I can get. Plus, I hit my 10% for the day. I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna take what I can get. However, this is why you never pull your trades early. You always bring stops to break even. Simply because, as you can see, first of all, we not only hit my TP, we're all the way up here. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, I pulled trade early, but I did grab my goal for the day, 10%. I just, you can't like sulk and dwell on the things that you shoulda, coulda, or woulda done. You can only like prep yourself to do better next time. So yeah, I was happy with what I got. Let's see. That was pretty much it. So like when it came down here, rejected this order block, had this little build up, and then like this little bit of like a rising channel order block kind of thing. I was like, yeah, we're in a decent position. TP was recent high simply because it was like, what if something happens or it goes south? And I didn't give myself enough analysis. Honestly, I mean, I can't be too mad. That was pretty much exactly what happened. It took me like 5-10 minutes. Looked on my phone, was like, shit, I should probably get out of bed. Straight to the computer and got to it. I can't be too mad. I wish I would have stayed in it, but I can't be too mad. You feel me? Yeah, that was simply just it. Honestly, that was my strategy. So like, I'll give you a better example. Wait, hold on. Let's move this one up here because we don't trade gold really. Let's go GU. Is this GU? I can't wait for NFP tomorrow. So if you notice, I was planning out. So if you notice, basically take it on the. I love the higher time frames, especially when the analysis shows on a higher time frame. Like when your strategy is giving you indication that you can potentially take it on a higher time frame, it's the best because then you can catch the greater moves. This is GU, by the way. You can catch those greater moves. Recent TP, like that's 100 plus pips. Granted, I probably normally I wouldn't have a TP, but I couldn't be at my computer, so like I was cleaning and doing other things. So, yeah. Anyways, for example, this is one of my probably one of my favorite strategies is to come back down, grab liquidity, and go in my favor. A lot of the times you see that happen. Whereas like right here is a great example. It's like, okay, so you have a little bit of a support / resistance zone right here, whatever, right? It come back, retest recent highs. Recent highs are broke, right? But it comes back, it retests. That would have been a perfect trade. And then if you come down to the smaller time frame, it probably wouldn't have. Oh, damn, that looks like it took forever. Yeah, see, I wouldn't have been in the trade that long. Let's see, 7:30 to. That's ridiculous. Yeah, see, I wouldn't have been in the trade that long. That's a better man than me, cause damn. But like this one's also a great one. These are probably one of my favorites. Is that you have these really long trend lines here. It's better to see on the 1 hour time frame. But you have these really long trend lines, right? This is part of the liquidity grab strategy, but like this is when it makes this pattern, right? So you have a low. No, we'll use this low. I like this low better. Okay, so you have a low. This doesn't necessarily fit within the trend line, but you have a low. Lows get retested right here, right? You see all these rejections? Beautiful. And then, all right, so let's say you have a low. Lows get retested, and now you start building a trend. Here's 2 trades you can take specifically. a lot of breakout traders would have took that sell, right? A lot of breakout traders would have took that sell. I know Mamba FX, who I started trading because of him, most likely would have took that sell. However, me, like I use a bunch of, like, I watched a bunch of people and just kind of made my own thing. Me, I probably honestly probably would have took that sell too. Not even gonna hold you. But what I would have also been looking for, let's say the next day, because this is the new day, right? Yeah, see, the next day is, what time is this? 10? Ooh, I don't know if I probably would have caught that. I ain't gonna lie to you, because I don't sit on the charts and just wait for it. So I probably would have took that sell. But let's say this happened at like 7 a.m., 8 a.m. What I would have done is it would have came down, touched, and rejected. This is where we would have closed. This is little rising star, sun, whatever. I don't fucking know. This little candlestick right here is where we closed, right? Came down, rejected. As you can see, this is the 1 hour time frame. And then, right, you would have placed your trade all the way up for 88 pips or so, or you could have, I don't know. I mean, the max move on this was, let's say you entered right here. The max move on this was on this aggressive with no pullback. It was 114. It was 114 pips. So like that's probably one of my favorite strategies, and it happens like right here. It happens so often, right? And like the first of all, the trend is your friend. It should always be your friend, right? However, you also got to take into account like support, resistance. Heavy news is news in your favor. I mean, nah, that's really only for NFP and CPI. Simply because I'm a huge fan of like the market makers already know what's coming out, so they plan accordingly. Meaning, if CPI, if say this was NFP, right? Say this was NFP, this large move right here. The market makers probably would have had it already down here building up, and then the retest zone to just go shoot up. And that's like my favorite. That's probably one of my favorite strategies, is that little liquidity grab thing. And it happened like look how many times it happens, right? So this is 10 a.m. Let's see if we can grab one at like 6, 7 a.m. Okay, right here. Boom. So we would have waited for a low to be created. Liquidity would have been grabbed, or orders would have been filled, or whatever, right? It would have broke out, so it would have faked a lot of people out. But then that's where like the RSI and stuff comes into play sometimes, or you can just realize like you never close below the previous low, etc. And then you take it for the next you take the trade for the next, like for the previous high, right? On a smaller time. I usually plan them on the smaller time frame anyways. You would have taken it for the previous high, which would have been up here. Hold on. Let's make it look as close to a trade that I really would have taken 10 pips. And then right, so it comes in, breaks out a little bit, rejects, has this build up of an array or what, a rising channel or whatever. You would have took it to the previous high, which is right here, and then you were like would have hit TP with no problem. You get what I'm saying? And 30 pips is usually kind of what I aim for. The rest is trailing stop loss anyways. So at about 10 or 20 pips, I'm usually at about 20 pips, I usually put like my stop loss to either break even or 10 pips, depending on the volume and how we're looking. But this was also a pretty weird day too. Like Monday was a weird day. I don't know what it was. But then, so like that's your trade, right? But then if you look again, order filled, right? Orders are filled up here. Equal highs are created, and then you take the sell to the next zone. Like it happens all the time. You feel me? It happens all the time. So yeah, that's probably one of my favorite strategies, honestly. That's the breakdown to like one of my little things. But yeah, I mean, I'm kind of happy about today's trade. It's my very first official NAS100 trade. I wanted to get into NAS100 and US30 for so long, so I mean, I can't be too mad. But I'm gonna go ahead and end the video there, just because we're getting a little long. As you get, okay, so look right here. Let's say, okay, so you have a rejection, right? At this candlestick, you have a rejection, and then you have a second rejection with 1 minute and 14 seconds left on the 15-minute timer, with 30 minutes left. I highly doubt that we're breaking out. So let's say, like, look, this is a very strong zone right here. I'd have put my order block probably like, oh shit. I would have put my zone probably like this at the top of that red candle, and then at the bottom of that, this right here, right? As long as it doesn't break out towards the upside, you can most likely take that sell. You can most likely take that sell, in my opinion. I mean, granted, I've only been looking at it for 30 seconds, so I'd probably have to do more analysis. But you got to remember, though, too, tomorrow's NFP, so they could be planning something big. They could be planning something big. But yeah, that'll pretty much conclude today's little lesson and trade breakdown on NAS100. Very, very, I would say moderately satisfied, just because I could have made more. But again, with 5-10 minutes of analysis and no real planning, can't be too mad, gang. I appreciate you watching, and this is the One Be Trader Man. Like, subscribe, comment. Also, links and everything in the description down below. Yeah. Tune into the next video, I guess, and then let's see what happens. Hopefully I can learn to better communicate and be a little more transparent on how things go. You probably won't see a video posted every trade, but at least I'll try my best to at least get one a day, or I mean one a week out. One a week. And it'll most likely be like a buildup of like all the trades I took throughout the week. That way, like, you know, we have an idea, and I can, again, be fully transparent. But with that being said, I'm going to conclude that because I got other things to do, and the video is starting to get long because we're at a current a little over 21 minutes and 30 seconds. So yeah, just don't forget to turn on, hit the bell, turn on post notifications, like, subscribe, comment, man, and see you in the next video. I appreciate you watching. Thank you, and we out as soon as I can stop recording.